Duelist is the hardest role in Marvel Rivals, and that is just a fact. As someone who has hundreds of hours in this game, playing at the highest rank on multiple platforms, being a duelist that can consistently carry matches is much harder than doing the same as a Vanguard or a strategist. So today, I'm going to be giving you guys 3 quick tips to get better at Duelist, since I've seen a lot of people struggling to rank up this season. This will be a 3-part series, and I'll be doing the same for Vanguard and Strategist, so if you're interested in those roles, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Pick, you've already made a video on aim and positioning. What could this video be? Yes, you sound exactly like that. And yes, that is true. But those videos were months ago, and the game has changed a lot, so this is my way of reorganizing my thoughts, going by each role. And if anything I say today helps you out, don't forget to like the video. Tip number 1 to becoming an elite duelist player is the most obvious thing that I need to get out of the way first. Your mechanics need to match your rank. Now, I say this is obvious because the thing that makes Duelist the hardest role is the mechanics required to make most characters work. Squirrel Girl, Scarlet. But if your aim is the reason you are struggling as a duelist in Platinum, you're not going to be able to get by as a duelist in Diamond or Grandmaster. Now, obviously, there's always aim training, but not everyone is on PC, so I'll share with you guys the method I use to take my mechanics from bunions to a top 500 level. And that is by playing ranked and focusing only on having consistent aim in various situations. That means on high sense, low sense, in 1v1s, in high pressure situations. You gotta look back on all these things and think about what could be holding you back. Then obviously, you gotta go about fixing it. And if you don't know how to fix it, watching the mechanics of someone who is high rank on your character can always be super helpful. Just try not to watch too much pro play, because that's like a whole different category. And also, try not to copy their exact playstyle, because chances are you just don't have the time put into the game to play exactly like them. Another easy way to fix your gameplay is to always keep your target priority in mind. Supports first, especially if one of these supports is close to an ultimate. The quicker you get them gone, the better it will be for your team. But overall, always try to make yourself more comfortable. If you can find the right sensitivity and you can keep yourself calm during team fights, the more time you put into ranked, the better your mechanics will end up being eventually. Now, tip number 2, and this is a pick and roll special. Work on having perfect timing. Now, a lot of people think that just applies to dive characters, and I mean, I am the magic player, but trust me, this applies to poke and brawl duelists as well. If you're on a poke duelist like Hela or Phoenix, you need to be able to read your team super well. Meaning if your tanks push up and have a lot of attention on them, try taking an off angle and putting in high burst damage into any enemy backline. If you're on a brawl duelist, you need to make sure that your strategists are number 1, safe, and number 2, they are actually able to see you, because the more heals you have, the longer you can sit in front of a team and, brawl. And if you're a dive duelist, come on, I see you. I love my dive mains. Sorry, I definitely have a favorite. If you're a dive duelist, your timing is created by getting to the enemy backline without anyone noticing. The more visible you are on the way in, the harder it will be to get a kill. So do not just walk down the main lane. I don't know why low elo dive players love doing that. They just walk in and expect their cooldowns to carry. Learn all of the maps and use them to your advantage. When it comes to timing, another thing I always tell my viewers on Twitch is to not be scared of downtime. It's okay to do nothing as long as you are setting up for something. Oh my god, I cooked with that one, what? But if you use your cooldowns during a fight, you do not have to stay into that fight until you die. You are allowed to stop fighting and drop back for a heal or a health pack, then take a different angle. Being impatient is how most low elo players end up with 24 deaths at the end of a game. You should be fighting to keep every single one of your lives. My final tip, tip number 3, learn how to actually ult cycle. I would say this is probably the number 1 thing that most low elo duelist players have no idea how to do properly, so I hope you're listening right now. When you have a duelist ultimate, there are only 3 things it can be used for. Number 1, killing everything. This is the only thing low elo players have in mind when they spam their ultimate. But the other 2 options can result in 3 times the value. Number 2 is forcing support ults, and number 3 is countering another ultimate, usually support ultimates. In order to ultimate cycle like a top 500 Duelist player, you need to know exactly what your ultimate will be doing before you press it. You'll see this a lot in pro play, but a Duelist will usually say out loud what they'll be using their ultimate for the second they generate an ult. Something like, I'm gonna be forcing Luna ult, or I'm gonna have to save this for cleanup. If you're on a character that builds ultimates quickly, you usually want to be the one forcing support ultimates, because it causes your team to be up a support ult, and support ults are the most important ultimates in the game. Imagine trading a Moon Knight ult for a 10-second Luna ult, that's insane. Now if you have a really high damage ultimate like Torch, Phoenix, or Star-Lord, your ult is used for countering other support ultimates and cleanup. With good enough coordination, some of those ults can actually kill through other support ults, but if you just ultimate track and keep that in mind for your next ranked game, I guarantee most of your team fights will go way smoother. And relating to that, just to throw in kind of like a bonus tip, using in-game voice chat is actually so overpowered in ranked. I guarantee you right now watching this video have experienced teammates that have no idea what they're doing. The quickest solution to fixing teammates like that is to just tell them what to do. And although they may not listen all the time, being in game chat, whether you're typing or talking, helps you build your own game sense incredibly quickly. Telling them what ults to save, where to move, and when to back out is the fastest way to build an understanding of how team fights are supposed to be played. Don't queue into every ranked game thinking you're solo just because you're solo queuing. Try to get your team to actually play as a team. Side rant over, let me recap. If you want to be a better Duelist, you have to, number 1, make sure your mechanics are always improving as you continue to play the game. Number 2, constantly focus on your timing and positioning before and during team fights. And number 3, to really perfect your Duelist gameplay, you have to make sure you are keeping track of your ult cycle as well as your teammates and trying to manage your team's ultimate usage through in-game voice chat. I'm pretty much certain your brain expanded from watching this video and you are ready to rank up. Before you go, subscribe and like the video, follow my Twitch and join the Discord in the description. Alright, that's all from me. Peace out.